Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. I'm a tarot reader and K-pop fan of many years. Today we're going to do a personality reading on Yeji from ITZY that is brought to us by a lovely donator from the Coffee page. If you would like to have a reading for your favorite K-pop idol, feel free to drop by. The information will be, I'll probably put the link on the screen, but I also always have it in the description of every video. Come by, make a donation, ask for a reading, and you shall receive. So we're going old school today. There's no face cam. I'm currently in the middle of upgrading that camera. The camera I got that I've been using, I'm just not happy with the quality of the shots. So we're going to the next level up, and hopefully that will improve things. So maybe for the next week's worth of videos, you won't see my face, but I'll be coming back, so don't worry. All right, so let me go ahead and shuffle these for personality readings. I use the Caroline Miss archetype cards. I always draw 6 cards, sometimes more if the deck spits them out at me. But we'll go ahead and start with 6 cards with Yeji. You know, I read the good and the bad, so if you're only interested in hearing positive things, maybe this isn't the video for you. So just be warned. You know, if you watched the Chaeyoung video I did, you know that it seems like the girls are kind of stressed. So we'll see if that's carrying over kind of into Yeji right now or not. I just actually watched their new video last night and it was really fun. So I hope everything is going to do well for this comeback for them. All right, let me just shuffle these up a little bit more and we'll draw the cards. Hopefully I'm not shaking the table too much. So let's see, let me try to... Okay, so this is an interesting spread. I think, like I said in the Chaeyoung video, I had an ITZY group personality reading that I did take down, that I had originally posted last year, because I didn't realize Yuna was quite as young as she is, and I'm trying not to do readings on teenagers because in real life I wouldn't allow teenagers to buy a tarot reading. So it's kind of just my personal practice, but I'm sure there's lots of other tarot readers that have different practices, and I'm happy to point you in that direction if you're looking for a kind of reading that maybe I don't do. So, you know, the variety is the spice of life, and there's a reader for every person. So yeah, so her last reading, I did write down the cards she had so we can compare and see what's changed. She had the orphan child, where this time she has 2 other childs in the upright. So first off, it just tells me that there's kind of like sometimes it's an immature maturity, and sometimes it's like a childlike optimism. But it's just saying like her inner child is something that she carries with her still, which is generally a good thing. It means generally she's kind of open and willing to learn and that kind of thing. She did get networker, I think, last time in the positive, and this time we have it in the shadow aspect, as we like to say. Yeah, a couple things are different, but okay, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. So we have beggar. Hopefully try to move it around just in case the light's glaring on it for you guys. Beggar in the light is confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So I think going up, this means like she's gaining confidence in herself. She's really coming into her own as a performer. Is she the group leader? I don't know if she's a group leader, she's just one of the eldest members, but I do think she's feeling confident in herself, in her role, and what she's meant to be doing for the group. like she feels very empowered, very, again, confident. So that's good. I mean, I know they're still all pretty young and, you know, they've only been around a couple of years. So feeling like you have like you've earned your space that you hold in, you know, on stage and in that industry is really big for her. And actually I'm happy for her. So let's go into network in the shadow. Again, this is the card that she had it in the positive before, and now it's more in a shadowy attribute. So let's see. It conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So I do think this is more in a positive role. It's talking about having a lot of friends, having a lot of people that, what's the word I'm looking for? The word I want is always escaping me. It's about, again, having like this network, having this good chain of industry insiders that you know, and for her, that was probably like a lot of her trainee friends. You know, I know she's friends with like soulmate and other people who've gone off to other companies, or maybe now that she's so busy, she doesn't have the time to maintain friendships she used to have in those trainee circles. So I do think this is like showing that she's also got a bit of a buffer between her and a lot of people she used to know, a lot of people she used to be friends with. She could be feeling kind of isolated these days. On top of that, just, you know, general COVID restrictions are tough for everyone. And I know there's a lot of it going around the idol circles. It seems like every day we're getting a new update on this idol having the plague or that idol getting over it. So it could just be that like they're scared to interact with people because it's kind of going around, and also just like the pressure of, or not the pressure, the aspect of her maybe because she's growing into this new role, she's kind of losing a lot of people that aren't on the same level as her anymore, or just, you know, leaving the industry. A lot of times if your age group, once you've gone so far and the other people that aren't picked for a group, they don't debut at a certain age, they just naturally will move on to a new career path. And it could be stuff like that too. Maybe her friends are starting to, you know, all the ones that were trainees at her that are still her age are moving on to different things, or they're starting to get married, or, you know, settle down, all this kind of stuff. At her age, it's kind of natural to start that separation in your life. So then we have hero in the shadow, or heroine in the shadow. So it's escapism and a false sense of heroism. So this could be a trap for this newfound confidence that she's having. Maybe she's letting her ego get the best of her in some cases. She could feel like people depend on her more than they do, or she wants people to depend on her more than they do. So she's trying to you know, make that happen, you know, trying to shoehorn herself into situations maybe she doesn't need to be in. Could be a little bit of that. She could be a little, you know, nosy here and there. Let me read that just one more time. Just because the escapism and this like climbing this mountain. Again, let's make sure the glare's not on it for you guys. But it's like, there could be a part of her avoiding some of her natural, or some of her obligations. Again, maybe her ego is making her think she's a little bit better at her role than she actually is. Because it just seems like, again, there's some things she's not wanting to do. Maybe it's just a slight streak of rebellion in there. Maybe she doesn't like being told what to do. I don't know. There's something to that escapism, though, that is sticking to me, that I kind of feel like there's more to look into, but I don't necessarily know if I have quite the time. But yeah, maybe there's escapism part where every time she gets a little stressed out, she wants to kind of mentally be somewhere else a little bit. We'll see. So again, like I said, we have these two child cards. We have the child of nature and the magical child. They're both in the upright, but maybe they are expanding on this escapism. Maybe she kind of has some things people would deem immature that she likes to do that make her feel, you know, that help with her coping with stress or things like that. Or just maybe she has an immature personality, or maybe how she interacts and things, you know, maybe she uses a lot of egg yolk, something like that, where people are like, aren't you a grown adult now? And she's like, yes, so what? So in the light, the child of nature is friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. I just think this alludes to her being kind of an outdoorsy person, you know. I don't know if they have pets. I feel like she probably wouldn't have pets. She might have a family pet back with their parents or something like that, but I feel like the ITZY dorm's not a conducive place for pets, considering the kind of reading I did. I think it was the one I did with like if they like their staff. I'll go ahead and link that one too. It should come up also in the playlist at the end of this video, but I'll go ahead and make sure you guys can see it. I think in that one I was talking about how their dorms feel like they got a lot of chaotic energy. Don't know if it's a great place for a pet. But I do think she would like pets, and she'll probably definitely be a pet owner in the future. I do think she likes animals. She just likes the outdoors. Excuse me, sinuses are crazy today. All right, so then we have the magical child in the light, and it's seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, a belief that everything is possible. And this works with well with her personality too. I think she's a very like hungry personality, passion. She wants to, there's so much more she wants to accomplish. She's not even close to her goals. I think she knows she has big things in store for her, and she sees other artists who are doing really, really big things, and she wants that too. You know, she's with one of the big companies. She's got a lot of opportunities in store for her, and she's gonna attack all of them. I don't see her backing down or feeling intimidated from those opportunities. I think you're gonna see, at least at this point, I think Yeji wanting to do more with ITZY, more solo, more brand, more beauty, more all that kind of stuff. She's gonna just, she wants more, like, and she feels there's endless potential like in herself. So, I mean, that's a great thing to have. Again, we're seeing like a lot of confidence, heavy confidence in herself, which, you know, again, we love to see for her. We love that for her. So we have mediator. I'll try to make sure that looks good for you guys. And this was in the positive too, I believe. So it says gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So, I mean, this is part of her job as one of the eldest members of the group. If not, I'm pretty sure she's the eldest member, but I'd have to double check. She's also another Gemini, but she's got like a Pisces moon. So I do think that makes her look into like how other people feel, you know? So I think that's really good for her to maybe notice when someone is has their feeling hurt and maybe doesn't want to talk about it or something like that. Like again, she's got that watery moon, so I do think she acknowledges other people's feelings. So if the group does have probably this like really fiery nature to them, where she kind of makes sure that they're not burning each other by being a little over excited about things or reacting too strongly to things. So I do think that's good, that she's good at that part of her job, and she likes to make sure everyone feels treated fairly, treated kindly, and that they're looking out for each other. I did think in the Charyung reading, the girls are part of where she does get her strength, and I think Yeji, that obviously seems like part of that, where she is good at making sure they don't take things out on each other unnecessarily. You know, that they keep a good bond and relationship. I love that it's all these hands like holding each other and like okay. Yeah. So okay, so I'll go ahead and do what I usually do, and that's always a current energies reading. I like to add to the end of these just because first and foremost, I am a tarot reader. I do like doing oracle readings, but I just don't feel complete unless I got a tarot reading in there. That's because that's the part that I like to do. So it's like you get what you pay for, and then I get to do what I like to do. So that's why usually I try to say, if you do order something from the Ko-fi page, unless you make multiple donations, please only request one, because usually I like to try to do part of the video for the request and then part of the video for me, because if I don't enjoy these readings, then it starts to become something I don't want to do, and I definitely want to keep these readings going for a long time. So I want us all to kind of get what we want with this channel. So I hope that makes sense. This is my Cosmic Slumber Tarot. there are people that are really, really good at shuffling cards and looking really natural. I don't. Shuffling is not the part I'm good at. Reading, no problem. Shuffling, my little, well, actually I don't have little hands, but my hands, you know, they struggle. I'm a struggle kid. That's just how it goes. So I always think, you know, after years of reading, I would get better at shuffling, but that's just not my strong suit. That's just not where my talent lies. I'm not dexterous. You guys see me reading tarot in and out day after day. I do K-pop readings, I do personal readings, I do readings for myself and my friends, and I still shuffle like this. So it is what it is, you know, love yourself and all your flaws too. I don't hide it from you guys. You know, I think there's a lot of readers that they're like, I already pulled the cards. And, you know, yeah, sometimes I used to edit out more of my shuffling because I'm like, people don't want to see that. But you know what? You guys just get me, all of me, good and the bad. So I hope that's okay. All right, one more shuffle and we'll get it going. Okay. Oh. All right, that one wants to come out. Empress in reverse. Oh, I won't like that. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh gosh. We had the moon in. Why? What's going on with ITZY? I don't like these cards. I mean, anybody in the comments that also reads tarot cards can tell you, like, I don't try to overemphasize positive or negative things. Negative things come up in the reading. That's just what it is. But I don't think it's a coincidence that we're seeing kind of similar vibes between the girls. I mean, especially right now, obviously I think a lot of it has to do with the comeback, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They definitely got some pressure and some inner turmoil going on for them. So let's go ahead and get into this. We got the Empress in reverse. Empress is usually your creativity, also like your nurturing. I think with the Five of Pentacles next to it, it's more about her feeling isolated, not feeling nurtured. I don't know. I don't know if because this concept's slightly different, they're nervous. It could be just that. It could just be like there's some nervousness about trying something new, kind of being not what people expected outside of this what's safe. There could be some of that. I just worry too that maybe they don't like this concept. I just worry that there's something here that they don't like, or that they're extra stressed for some reason. There's something else that's not, things aren't going as planned or something, because there's definitely something with judgment. Now we have the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, which are probably the most positive cards on the entire table right now. Nine of Cups is usually like your wish fulfillment, and there's an Ace of Pentacles here. So there is one thing for her, and that's an opportunity that she's looking forward to. So it's something that's going to come out of this present situation, because Ace of Pentacles is like the beginning of something. It's not something you're currently doing. It's something that's kind of going to come, an opportunity that has just presented itself. So something she wanted is presenting itself. out in the midst of all of this chaos that's kind of going on around her. So it's like, maybe that's the one thing that she's focusing on to try to, you know, keep her head above water, to try to keep a silver lining on stuff, is that if I do this, it's like a carrot is dangling. Like, okay, if I do this, something good, you know, I'm gonna get a chance to do something I want to do, you know, in the near future. So it's like it's like she's paying the piper. Princess of Torches, this is your Page of Wands. Again, this makes me just feel like maybe they don't like this concept. Because this is like a creative potential. So we're seeing kind of like the opportunity for money, but the page also makes me think it's like, maybe she's not sure yet creatively what direction she wants to go with that, because this is usually also like potential, but while this is like something being offered, this is something within yourself. So the page is talking about something she's not quite sure how to move forward, or there's something she's yet to learn about this opportunity. There could be information she's still needing. You know, again, it's wands, so this is like something she wants, though, something that she would create or desire. So it could just be an opportunity where she doesn't yet know like what's going to be expected of her, or what her limitations are in that opportunity, kind of. And now we're going to get to this part where I don't like any of these cards. None of these make me happy to see. So we have the Sun in the reverse. So this is generally speaking your happiness card, your overall feeling of like success. Five of Cups in reverse is feeling that you're at a loss, that you're you're giving up on something, right? So there's some sadness here. The Moon means there's secrets, there's things that are being hidden. Could be lies and deception or illusions. Then we have negative judgment, and then the Lover's also in reverse. So this is almost like losing some kind of union, some kind of collaboration because of negative feelings. For some reason, it's still in what I'm feeling is like this is radiating from her. So it's something she's feeling really unsure about. She's unsure about the reception. She's feeling like people may leave. You know, like giving up on something. So I do, like, I'm hoping the comeback does well. I don't see why it wouldn't, but either Yeji is scared it won't, or she just personally really doesn't like this concept. And it could just be that, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, that she's just really not into it. There was maybe another concept she wanted more. I don't know. It does seem like there's something else that could have been, or that she thought it would be. I know in the past they've had concepts changes where it was going to be this, and then last minute they gave her something else, and it could feel like that. Could feel like they pulled a switcheroo on her. But the Moon could also be her just having to pretend. Like the illusion could be her, right? It could definitely be her pretending she does not like what's going on. Let me see if I can pull a couple clarifier cards. I'll pull some oracles too. I've brought out my Sacred Earth Oracle, but let's just see. I'm curious about this Moon card. What secrets are there? What is being hidden? Six of Pentacles. So this is about like resources, you know, being given or taken away. The Ten of Pentacles is generally like generational success. I almost wonder if this is like a Lobby and Rose situation where it's like something was taken away and given to someone else in the family. It could be that they had something else they wanted and then this was given instead. Or it could be it was taken away because they felt like this was going to be more successful, even if it's not the one that she personally likes. That's really the beat I'm getting, is this is about the comeback. That's the only thing that's really standing out for me right now, is that I know Chaeyoung was also really worried about reception with a lot of things going on. And this could be related to that. She could be feeling kind of sympathetic to her group mate's plight, and she's worried about the same things. But I do think there's a lot of personal unhappiness here with some decision making. I'm just pulling one more card. I'm just curious. This is a totally different question, but I'm just curious how local will it be successful? Will local be successful? Princess of Pentacles, this is like a Page of Pentacles. So I do think there's gonna be some disappointment in performance, possibly for the comeback. So maybe the fears are justified. Maybe they're gonna get some bad feedback, you know. So let me go ahead and get my oracle out, and I will see if we can get a little more information on why Yeji is upset. Why is Yeji feeling upset right now? Okay. Stretch. So again, stretch is kind of about feeling out of your comfort zone, trying something new. I think we did kind of touch on that. It could be something that she's not comfortable. She doesn't like the being out of the comfort zone. You know, they're a new group. They've kind of built a safety net. So the first time you really go out of your realm, it could be really intimidating. So let's see, why is Yeji upset? Balance. A shift in balance. It does seem to, like, here where they're both pulling on the same thing. Right? They both want the same thing. They're both working, and here they're working together. But if there's a shift, which, you know, it would make these two opposed, right? I wonder if, like, I keep getting the feeling there's something else that went to there's something or comeback or concept she wanted that went to somebody else in the company. Rediscovery and productivity. Let me make sure you guys can see these cards. So we got stretch and balance. And then shift. So I do think that means doing something out of the comfort zone. A shift in balance, right? Then we have rediscovery and productivity. This this also kind of brings up those child cards to me. Like, also too, like if you look, she's also got this child where productivity is kind of embracing this child and kind of protecting it. It could just mean like maybe if, as long as she keeps, you know, going, you know, this is just a bump in the road. So if you continue working, that you know, the people will come back to you, that, you know, it's just part of the road, it's part of the things, it's part of growing up as a group, that you're gonna try some things, you're not gonna be happy with it, but you gotta put on like your big girl pants and do it anyway. Like, I think that is like she's hoping that maybe the seed of, you know, the past ITZY is still there, and they'll be able to work that in more, maybe in the future, or, you know, maybe in the B tracks, or she's hoping that people will be more into those. I don't know, it's something along those lines where it's like wait for me, like I'll be back, like, or maybe whatever this promise is like she's gotta just continue working so she can kind of get to what she wants and then come back to it. Something, that's what I'm getting from those cards anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this Yeji reading. I do just think the girls are, this is gonna be a stressful comeback for them, but I do think, you know, we saw Yeji's gonna work hard to make sure everyone's still feeling okay. She's got a lot of confidence, and obviously I think she's gonna get through this. She's just gonna work through it. But I do think there's some stuff she wanted that she's just not getting, and or there's carrots like, if you do this, then you'll get this later. So she's kind of just, you know, working through it so that she can have that opportunity later. Go back to it. Maybe the concept she originally wanted is something that they'll get later down the road. But I'm kind of concerned that that concept got given to someone else. So we'll see. Maybe they'll get something similar, not the same, but similar. So thank you for watching this. I hope you had a great day. Please take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.